So we chose this secluded area to film the partwork demonstration, and we decided that Miia will lead me in a partwork session. And we chose something that you might relate to, which is something that we are all going through, especially after this lockdown. And we know many small businesses like us are suffering at this time. And since our biggest retreat get cancelled, we are in a situation that we don't have so much abundance. So we're gonna do this session about financial abundance and the part who resist having financial abundance.
Yeah, like maybe we can do like, what I like to usually do is, the part might not intentionally resist it might not be aware that it's in resistance. It might simply be in an opposing vibration. So like I like to phrase it in a way that represents that. So for example, we could say the part that is holding you back the most from having financial abundance.
Yeah, so maybe we can start.
Yeah.
Okay, so
close your eyes and and come back to your body. It's good to take a few deep breaths and make sure that you are connect to your body, connected to your body, that you are able to feel your emotions in this moment. Just arrive to the present moment.
The way I do it, I channel with my free will and become the part of me who's holding me back the most from manifesting financial abundance. I feel like something here is really uncomfortable.
What is it exactly that you're feeling?
It feels like emptiness and like something like ooh, like waves of I don't know how to describe it. It feels very uncomfortable in my chest and in my belly.
You said emptiness.
Feels like somehow like panic.
So there is fear, maybe? Do you see anything? Do you know where you are or what has happened?
No, not really. I'm not getting any image or sensation. I'm just like getting this weird sensation here and emptiness.
Can you just be present with it for a moment?
Yes, I'm trying. It's kind of like withdrawing energy. Like it feels like something like a strong fan directed. It's kind of like wind in this area, and I'm like, like hiding. It feels like I want to hide. It feels like too much focus and attention on me.
Why does it make you uncomfortable, the focus and attention?
It feels like I don't know, it feels like I can't catch my breath. It's like...
How do you feel towards Ram?
And just like I can't see anything, just like this waves is like so intense, it's like overwhelming. I can't relate to Ram now.
Can you try to look at where the energy is coming from to see what it is?
Feels like I'm getting too much attention, like too much weird energy coming towards me. It feels like I want to just like, there's like source of attention and like energy, and I just want to avoid it and like be away from it.
What would happen if you received the attention?
It's very overwhelming.
And what happens when you're overwhelmed?
I don't know, when I'm overwhelmed, it's uncomfortable. I need to withdraw.
Is it like people are putting attention on you? Is it like several people?
Trying to be present with it. I feel like I don't want any attention on me. I just want to hide. I don't want anything to do with anybody. I just want to withdraw and be unseen, disappear. I want to disappear. Now I'm connecting with Ram. I feel like he's so much in public. I don't want to be exposed.
It makes you uncomfortable that a lot of people see him on social media and the internet.
And I know many people don't wish good for him. I'm fine if he's like loved by public, but I know many people hate him, and that make me feel like, no, don't show yourself anymore.
Yeah, I can see how that would be uncomfortable.
Yeah, now I'm feeling like this hate wave is not actually from attention, it's from people who hate me.
And you don't want to be visible to them so that they can direct that energy towards you.
Yeah, I want to withdraw myself from being exposed.
Makes sense. I really understand that desire.
It feels like it's too much for my system.
What do you feel when they direct their hate towards you?
I feel pain in my body, like in my stomach and in my chest. Now I'm getting like ideas that like somebody said in me, yes, that's true. Also feel when she exposed herself, people hate her. I'm putting myself in the same situation when I'm vulnerable.
Yeah, it's very difficult to be seen by many people and be liked by everybody. Like, it's almost impossible. Many people project their own things onto public figures.
Yes.
Very true.
I feel like I want to avoid all this weird vibes. I want to avoid judgment and hatred.
Yeah.
I feel my body is very sensitive.
Yeah, I can believe that. I also feel it sometimes. What would be the worst thing that could happen if you kept being public, or Ram kept being public?
I'm afraid that if I get more known, more haters will be there, and I would get like completely overwhelmed with this vibe, like discomfort, like judgment. I can sense it, like I can't explain it, but I can sense it.
Yeah. It's okay, I understand.
And I see that Ram is going this direction, like he wants to be known and he wants to do something for public, but I don't feel that this is safe.
That's totally valid. I imagine that you've experienced this.
I'm getting a memory. I'm getting a memory from my childhood. I remember in the 5th grade, the teacher wanted me to be like the mentor for the class, like watching over other children when he's away. Like kind of like writing down if somebody was screaming or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that get me in trouble with other children in the class, in the school.
Mm-hmm.
They make me moderate other children when the teachers are not there.
I see.
I feel it's same signature when I'm exposed, when I'm like in a position where people see me as like on the spot or in the light, I get like hatreds from them.
Maybe also teaching or like sharing knowledge with them.
Yeah. It was more about like mentoring.
Yeah. Well, that's a little bit like what we're doing as well with people. So it makes sense that you would draw that parallel.
Yeah, I want to avoid being in this position. I don't want to be like on the spotlight.
Yeah. Well, it makes a lot of sense. It must have been very painful for you to lose that connection with your peers and receive suddenly maybe judgment and hatred even.
Yeah, it feels I was invisible And suddenly the teacher chose me to be in the spot. And now some people like me, but majority not. And then either they feel jealous or they hate me or they like just want to knock me down.
Yeah, and you were forced to stay in that environment as well. Like you had to go to school every day with those people.
Yeah, and then I was begging them to let me out of this position. I didn't want it anymore. It was so overwhelming.
It sounds really, really painful.
It felt like really a task that was really painful. And I remember other part want to continue because it felt like losing if I stepped down. And I remember how was it very overwhelming for me to continue with it. And at some point I didn't want to go to school anymore.
Of course. I mean, if you have to go to an environment every day where there are people judging you or hating you or projecting negativity towards you,
yeah,
that's overwhelming. You shouldn't have to be in that kind of environment.
Yeah, it feels like I always wanted to be, like I always been unseen or like small in the school, and suddenly I was under the light, and then I get a lot of hate from just being there, and it was not my choice. It's just like they select me to be there, and this is how I feel in this dynamic that RAM is going on. It feels like nobody asked me if I want to be known or not.
I see. Yeah, it also seems like you see it as like you're either hidden, or if you get exposed, this is the result. Like that's your only experience from being visible.
Yeah.
It makes sense that you are afraid that the same thing will happen, and maybe you feel it happening sometimes.
Yeah, I just want to be in our community and shut all the internet connection to the world.
Do you know why Ram wants to do it?
I think he believes he wants to help people. It feels like it's in my own expense. Like I think helping people is okay, but I don't want them to see my life. I don't want them to see me. He can just write a book.
I see. You don't want to like be personally visible, like with your private life or something?
No. I mean, what makes me scared is not being visible, but being hated.
Yeah.
I'm fine if I'm visible to people who are appreciating me, but I'm afraid that people will hate me.
Well, can you see that there are people, a lot of people who appreciate Ram for doing what he does? That's most of the feedback we get is positive.
Yeah, but the negative people will not share because I don't know, maybe they're doing something behind the scene.
And how does it affect you if they don't share it with you?
I don't know. I don't know. I remember in the school they were like just talking between each other against me, and then I felt like weird being around that.
I see. Like suddenly you were kind of like excluded or like.
Yeah, it feels like they were hiding secrets from me. They were like talking about things, and when I come to the circle, they would just stop talking, and I felt something weird going on.
That's really painful. It feels like you're excluded from the insides because you're different. It's really unfair that you were in that position. And that you didn't have you couldn't just choose to not go to school.
I wish that somebody told them that I'm a good person. I didn't meant to be against them or anything.
Yeah, of course. Do you know that Ram no longer has to go to school or anywhere for that matter?
It makes me somehow confused. Yes, like part of me aware that he grown up and he's not doing this anymore, but I feel my emotional attachment is still in the school.
That's okay. You can be with the emotional attachment and still see that now Ram is choosing very carefully who he'll ones close to him?
I'm becoming aware that he's not surrounded by, like, his physical reality is not surrounded by people who hate him, like how it was for us in the school.
Yeah.
I feel like now I have more supportive people around me in the community.
Yes, now Ram can actually choose, like he doesn't have to keep anybody close to him. He can walk away from anybody who he doesn't like or who isn't supportive for him.
Yeah.
It was not like that back then. And I'm here. I support Ram with everything and I love him infinitely.
I feel like I'm growing. It feels like my body is growing. I'm becoming aware more of you and like where I'm living now.
Can you feel how much I support Ram and that there are other people who support him, other friends?
There is like a voice telling me that Andreas is supporting me with his music. And you support me with your love and being with me. And also I hear like other friends like Patricia,
Steph, Maria, Dennis.
Yeah, I feel like my perception of my reality is shifting now.
Yeah, Ram has been choosing, he's been carefully choosing to be close to people who support him and who love him. And he can walk away from any assholes.
I feel like the idea of I can walk away from any people or like just delete them or push them away, it gives me so much strength.
Yes, it was not like that back then, now it is.
Yeah, at first it was not my choice. I feel like growing up now, like I feel like my body is getting more straight.
Yeah, and they cannot affect what you choose to do with your life. You don't have to give them any power. They can think what they want and you can just never have to see them or talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they can be alone with their anger and hatred. It's in them already.
Can you repeat this again?
The anger and hatred that the people project onto you is already in them.
So I can say it's yours?
Yes, it's
and
theirs.
It will not affect me?
No, you can just walk away and let them stay alone with their hatred circulating in them.
Wow, it feels like this thought is like protecting me that I'm not gonna be affected by their hatred.
No.
And I can not choose to not have them in my reality.
Yes.
And can I do this with people who watch me and hate me?
Yes. You can just know that whatever hatred they are projecting onto you, it's already in them. They have hatred in them and they project it onto everything. And you can just say, this belongs to you. I choose not to take it.
Oh, it gave me so much relief. And that feels so good. That feels like I can open up and accept people who feels good to me.
Yes, which is most of the people who give us feedback. They are very supportive and they are benefiting a lot from the work that you do.
I feel my perception about Ram's work now is changing. I feel I was avoiding this attention that's coming to him. I'm like trying to pull him back, and now I feel like I'm standing or like I'm sitting and I'm looking at people and letting them see me. And I'm okay showing myself. And this is me and you can take it or leave it. And I will not be affected by your opinion. It feels like the energy is shifting in me that I don't care if people hate me.
Yeah, because there are other people who love you and benefit from your work. And even the people who hate, you might plant seeds in them. You are bringing up something in them that they need to look at, so even the hate in them somehow is beneficial. It's allowing them to experience that about themselves.
I want to tell this to the children who are in my school, that this hate will hurt them only.
Yeah.
I want to tell them that they losing by hating others.
Yeah, and it's creating so much negativity in their system, and acidity and toxicity in their body.
I see that they are not happy people.
Yeah. Maybe they even do it because when they see someone else kind of succeed or be appreciated, they project their hate onto them because they don't think they can have that.
Now I'm becoming more aware, like how we started. I remember that, like, we were talking about abundance and financial abundance. And I'm becoming, like, I feel like now more I'm like observing this, and I'm witnessing how this part of me was trying to like pull me back from any attempt of showing myself, of showing what I'm offering for people, and anything about my healing journey or my personality or my aspects is like trying to pull me back. And I can see how that affects the financial flow in my life.
Definitely, and I think that your path of abundance is very much linked to being visible, and because that is part of your healing path, it is part of your purpose. And therefore, in order to have a flow of abundance, you need to allow yourself to step into that position of being seen.
It feels good to be seen. It feels good to show my journey, actually.
I think you're meant to be seen.
It resonates with me. I feel like this part is growing.
You can allow it to expand. Maybe you can take a deep breath and really invite it to be with you in your present life.
We are not in school anymore.
Can you feel it in your body?
Yes. It feels very present, like I feel very present and strong and stable.
I felt your energy shifting as well.
Thank you.
So what was happening here is that a part of Ram, child aspect, was stuck in the past. It was still under the impression that it's powerless to change its environment because of school. School is very traumatizing, guys. And
especially my school.
Yeah.
Ask me in the comments below if you want to know more.
Yeah, like this aspect didn't really see that that it can choose the people who are close to him, or that if the only experience it had about being seen was very, very negative, unpleasant. So basically what we did, we brought this aspect back to the present moment, made him aware of where Ram is now, and that it's different than it was in the past, and that now Ram is empowered. He's able to make empowered choices, and that felt like the shift for this part.
Yeah, it felt like the reason I was hiding or pulling back is that I have no way to protect myself from being hated or being judged or being exercised.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that feels really good. Yeah, so if you stayed to the end, thank you guys. I was hesitant to share this video, but now I feel this part like to be seen, and I appreciate you for watching.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, write them in the comments, because we're going to answer all the questions related to parts work in the next video. It's going to be a
Q&A. And if you want to support us, like the video, share it, help us spreading love vibes, and see you in the next video.
Bye bye.